What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Harambe's Bauble podcast. This is episode number 6. 6. Uh, uh, we've been busy per usual, but we've got some cool stuff to talk about. I attended the pre-release for Spider-Man, and there's some Spider-Man economy that's been happening. A lot of economics with that, the ups and downs. There's been some Lorwyn spoilers already, which is insane because that set doesn't even come out till January 23rd. And yeah, we're gonna talk a little deck tech per usual. So yeah, we got a full slate for today's show. So I hope you guys stay tuned till the end. We haven't been putting as many clips out on socials, but we're going to get back into that now that I'm into the swing of things, now that the baby's not consuming every waking second of my life.
Gosh,
I know.
this baby ruining our podcast. Come on, Parker.
I know. Jeez.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
But other than that, how you doing, Will?
I'm doing okay, man. I'm definitely ready for a little spell slinging on Friday.
Tamari.
I think it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, tomorrow. Wow. Okay. Even more excited now. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. How was the Spider-Man pre-release? How'd that all go? Did
Yeah.
you go to Hooves Hangout? Is that where you went?
Hooves Hangout. Shout out to JJ. Hooves Hangout. He put on a pre-release on I think he did one Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. For Saturday and Sunday for sure. I wasn't able to go to the one Sunday because NFL, so obviously that takes precedent for me. But I went to the one Saturday. Kentucky didn't have a game, and it was early enough where I didn't miss any of the good games. So yeah, I went. There was only 5 of us there, which kind of sucked. It really sucked because one of the guys dropped. He like opened up his pack and he's like, he got a call from his wife. Apparently something was going on with her, so he had to leave. So that sucked. But it was cool. It was a cool group of guys. The other 3 guys that I played with got to play gaming and match against each of the 3. They were all really nice, and so shouts out to them. Yeah, so I played 3 matches. The first one I went 1-0. The second match, or the second game in the match, was a tie. It went to time, so I ended up winning that 1-0. And then I played the winner of the other game. Ended up beating him 2-0. He got me close though. He got me really close on game 1. He got me down to like 5 health, and I just barely squeaked it out. I thought I was sweating, dude. I was sweating. And then game 3, which, I mean, for all intents and purposes, was like the championship because we had he was like the next best record. Just kind of worked out that he was the one left. I ended up beating him 2-0 as well. He dealt me some damage both games. It was close, definitely my closest out of all of them. But yeah, I ended up not dropping a game or a match, so that was pretty cool.
What were the pickups? Anything that like kind of stood out to you in particular that you were pumped to see?
Yeah, so I did get a copy of Spider-Punk, which, obviously that was something I really wanted. I actually ended up not playing
Nice.
Spider-Punk. I did Splash Red, but only for my big boys, because I got a copy of Craven, one of the Cravens. Actually, I had both Cravens in my deck. I'll tell you which ones. So my promo was actually Craven the Hunter. That's the one where it's black and a green, has trample. Whenever a creature an opponent controls with the greatest power among creatures that player controls dies, draw a card and put a 1/1 counter on Craven the Hunter. It's a 4/3. I feel like this would be an excellent commander because it's only 3 mana for a 4/3 trample with an excellent card draw ability. Black and green loves to kill things. I think that would be a really fun commander. And it fits too, right? Like, you're killing things. He gets stronger as he kills things. Like, very good flavor. Very good flavor.
Yeah.
So
And with the trample. close it out once he
Right.
gets huge.
So
Pretty cool.
with that, and then I did get an Eddie Brock, the regular one. I was really happy about that. The mythic. Um, I'll tell you which one that one is in a second. But the other Craven that I got, it was Craven Proud Predator, which this one's just an uncommon, but 3 mana for it's a something in 4 because it's top of the food chain. Craven's power is equal to the greatest mana value among permanents you control. So pretty good, especially because the MVP, uh the reason I even went green black to begin with, need to find the daggone card. Just a bonkers card. I cannot think of the name of it.
The web of life and destiny,
Yeah, that's it.
or no?
Yeah, why can I not find it on Scryfall right now? Web of Life. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this was the MVP of my deck. I saw this card, I pulled this card, I was like, well, I'm playing green. And I ended up having enough good black to where Craven that I got as my promo, I was like, well, I should probably play this. I only had like 4 removal spells, but I had just so many good big creatures that were just hard to deal with. Like I had the common Venom, which is good. He's good in it like already for a common. And then I had this card though. This was the reason I won so many games. Web of Life and Destiny. So it is 8 mana, which by the way, buffs the other Craven crazily as an 8/4 as so that was cool, but it has Convoke. So that cost is super easy to reduce when you're putting out little guys. Like I had the citizen cards that draw you cards as the ETB, the green white ones that are 1/1s. I had a couple of those, so like just being able to tap those, drawing the cards, tap those to play this, just bonkers. So the ability, like I put this in Omnith. This is insane. This is a crazy, crazy card. At the beginning of combat on your turn, look at the top 5 cards of your library. So in limited, you only have 40 cards in your deck anyway. So top 5 is, you know, a big chunk of your deck every turn. You may put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So yeah, I just get a free creature every single turn. And I had so many big creatures that my board state was just massive and there's nothing my opponents could do about it. And I kind of felt bad against the guy at the end because he had me down to like 10 health. And then I drew this. I was like, you're not going to believe this. And I played it. And it triggers the turn you play it because it happens during combat.
Right.
So I put out a body and it just happened to be a big body. It was Venom, has Death Touch. And so he couldn't do anything against me. He just had to try to like wait me out and hope that he gets removal for my Web of Life and Destiny, and he didn't. So yeah, I played. There were like 5 spells in my deck I never got to play that were like instants or sorceries because I would just cycle through my deck for creatures and they would just keep going to the bottom because I kept getting this card in my hand somehow. 1 in 40 chance, and I kept getting it in my hand. There was only one game that I didn't get this card, and it happened to be the game that I drew and went to time. That was the only game I didn't get this card.
Dude, this card is insane.
It's so good.
Absolutely insane. With the Convoke too, like just being able to pay 2 green mana potentially to cast that.
Yeah. And again, it
Wow.
triggers the turn it comes out. And then think about all the ETBs that can trigger off of creatures you're putting out as well.
Yeah.
Just free ETBs,
Gee.
free interaction, free everything for, like you said, potentially just 2 mana.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And honestly, not a bad price. Like $5 right now, 542.
Right. Yeah. I
That's
think
not bad.
I think it'll go up once people realize how they can like cheat it out and stuff. Because
Yeah.
I could see that I can see that being a modern staple. Like there's so many easy ways to cheat stuff out like that in modern. Just being able to, like I said, cycle through your deck five times. Like you're gonna probably get a creature in those 5. And if you don't, then no big deal. Like nothing wasted, right? Like
Yeah.
you're probably not gonna want
Yeah.
those other cards anyway.
That ability, it kind of reminds me a little bit of like the Loot Exuberant Explorer,
Yeah.
the loot card where you can pay 4 2 green, tap it, look at the top 6 cards. But I mean, not having to pay every turn and just being able to look at the top 5, like that's in a creature heavy deck, that is insane.
Yep. Yeah,
Oof.
I had 23 creatures in my deck.
That'll do.
Yeah.
That'll do.
Or I'm sorry,
That,
not 23. It was I lied. It was 18. It was 18 creatures, which is still heavy for limited. I mean, that's almost half of
yeah.
my deck was just creatures. So,
Right.
yeah.
Oof.
But yeah, I
Pretty
did get
cool.
an Eddie Brock, which I was stoked about too. So 2 mythics out of my 6 packs. Not a bad hit rate, right? When Eddie Brock enters, return target. It's 2 mana and a black, so 3 mana total. When Eddie Brock enters, return target creature card with mana value 1 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So I actually didn't even have any. I had like one mana creature. I didn't even play this card for that ability. I played him for his backside. Because again, with these cards, you can cast either side. So 3 mana and black and red and green. Menace, trample, haste. Whenever Venom attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, draw X cards, and they may put a permanent card with mana value X or less from your hand onto the battlefield, where X is the sacrifice creature's mana value, and it's a 5/5.
What the? That is crazy.
Yeah. So I would just get him out and just wreck face, just sack my little dorks and get cards out on the field. I had the Rhino card too. I splashed for him. Rhino barreling brute. Again, expensive. 3 and then 2 red, 2 green. So you're looking at 7 CMC, right? Which is a lot. But I was cheating him out with Eddie. I was cheating him out with, or not with Eddie, but I was cheating him out with the Web of Life and Destiny. I was just kind of hard casting him because I had treasure tokens for my wrestler guy. I kept getting ETBs from that. But Rhino was like, this is a game ender. In limited, he's a game ender. Vigilance, trample, haste. Whenever Rhino attacks, if you cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater this turn, draw a card. Well, obviously he counts himself because he's 4 or greater, and he's a 6/7. So you get to attack with him right off the bat. He has trample. He's got 7 toughness, so he's not going to die to much. And even if he does die, you're going to force your opponent to block with multiple creatures and clear their board out, and you still get the free card off the top of your library. So yeah, I had to splash red for this card and for my other Craven card. Those are the only 2 red cards I ran.
Dang. Yeah, that Rhino is pretty cool.
Yep. But I will tell you.
And an uncommon. Wow.
Right.
Uncommon too.
Yeah, not even a rare. I will tell you, the MVP, other than Web of Life and Destiny, because that was bonkers, but what won me really more games than anything was the Daily Bugle building lands. And it was the simple ability where, so it has Daily Bugle building. It's a land. I had 2 of these in my deck. You tap it to add a colorless, or you can pay 1, tap it, add 1 mana of any color. Okay, fine. That was just helping me fix. But really, the big ability is Smear Campaign. Pay 1, tap it. Target legendary creature gains menace until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. Okay, almost every creature in this set is a legendary creature. Like, there's so many legendary creatures. So just being able to at will give potentially 2 of my creatures, because there was times I had both of these lands out, 2 of my creatures menace. Like, you pin your opponent against the wall, man.
Yeah. Well, especially if you've got a big 6/7
Rhino, yeah.
Or, yeah.
Or Eddie.
Wow. That's
or
cool. That's
Venom.
a cool land.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really cool land. Perfect for Commander too.
Very valuable and limited. I'd say this could definitely see play in Commander for that second ability, man. Especially because
2 cents.
yeah. Yep. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun. I wish there was more people there. But yeah, that was actually the first time I've ever won a sealed. I have won lots of drafts, never won a sealed. I've only played like 3 sealeds ever, and I didn't do very well in any of those. But this one, I got the cards, and bombs be bombing, bro.
Hey, that's awesome. Well, I know how excited you were for this set, so that's cool that one, you got to go to the pre-release. That's awesome.
Yep,
But two, that it was such a successful experience.
for sure. Shouts out again
Yeah,
to JJ.
that's great, man.
Hoofs Hangout. Go check out Hoofs Hangout. He's got all the Spider-Man product right now. Really, really cool. Speaking of that, all my Spider-Man product comes in Monday. My collector's booster
Ooh,
box,
okay.
my regular booster box, and my fat pack, or whatever they call them these days. So yeah, I am just going to do a big old video and unbox all of it.
Heck yeah. Well, I hope you pull a Norman Osborn, and don't really care what else you pull, but I hope you get that.
So yeah, the big ones.
No, man. Hopefully we get a Soul Stone. That would be pretty cool if you get a Soul Stone.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to hit. That's been even the base soul stone is like super rare. So,
I believe in you.
yeah. So I'm gonna save the collector's booster for the end of the video and open up like the fat pack first, and then the booster box, and then the collector's booster. I'm obviously looking to hit a soul stone. I'm obviously looking to hit in the collector's booster the alternate arts of the Spectacular Spider-Man, because those are all like close to 1,000 in price or more. But personally, I really want to hit both alternate versions of Gwen Stacy. I want to hit both of those arts. If I don't, I'm just gonna straight up buy them, because you know me, I'm a Gwen freak. So
Yeah, man. You got to get that Cosmic Spider-Man too.
yeah, I expect I'll hit a Cosmic Spider-Man out of all of those products. If I don't, then I'll just shell out the $7. It's fine. That's a good
Which,
segue.
speaking of which, the
Yeah.
prices have just, yeah, man, the prices have been crashing hard. They're starting to go up now.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for singles, now is the time to buy. But yeah, when that pre-release first dropped, I mean, they tanked. Couldn't believe it.
Yeah, people realize
So,
that
I
like
had to.
go ahead.
No, go for it.
Go ahead.
Oh, good. I was just saying, I had to pick up a couple singles there. The Spectacular Spider-Man under $4, Spider-Punk under $3 at the time. I got the Lady Octopus for under 2. Insane deals.
Yeah. There's a lot of really cool cards in this set, and it crashed because people paid unrealistic prices for product at pre-release, like for pre-order, and then people were trying to say they're trying to list these cards for pre-order to try to save their butts on, prices that they paid. But then people realized the hit rate sucked for all the big hits, like Soulstone and the alternate Spectacular Spider-Man arts, the raised arts. Once they realized that, the market just crashed overnight. Like collector booster boxes went from, so they dropped a little bit from that 900 mark to like close to 800, right? At one point, it was like 700 some. Now they're all the way down to like 650.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I mean it's crazy watching on TCG Player, and you just see like it hit like the 10th of September, and everything just just a
bottomed
straight
out.
drop down.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I've been,
Which honestly, like I'm glad. I'm glad for
Yeah.
that, because when I was initially looking at some of these prices, it was like there's no way I'm paying $50 for a Spectacular Spider-Man.
yeah, at one point we
it's
talked
just-
about on
it's
the
a
last
cool
pod.
card, but-
Yeah, we talked about on the last pod. The Cosmic Spider-Man was listed. Some people had him listed for like $100.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
no.
That's a tough lesson to learn, to spend that money and then log in one day and be like, oh, I'm just an idiot. Okay.
The real lesson in here is screw scalpers. Scalpers should all just go somewhere and feed off of each other's negative energy and stay there for life and stay out of our TCG.
Amen. Amen. Yeah, five of them, five Cosmic Spider-Man sold for $100.
Yep.
You poor souls.
Yep. Crazy, man. People are insane. Uh
Nuts.
yeah, so but there's kind of like we talked about the market it super crashed, but now we're starting to see prices go up a little bit on singles. And I think it's because people are realizing that some of these cards are actually pretty good, especially for standard. I played some standard this week, and I don't own any. I have just a few of the Through the Omen Path cards on Arena, which is the Spider-Man card, just renamed. We talked about that on the last pod. But I have not played with any of them. I've played against them, and there are some really, really powerful Through the Omen Paths / Spider-Man decks that people have already figured out. So, and Spider-Punk being one of them, which is why you're seeing that kind of go up a little bit in price.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's gonna, especially.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Spider-Punk under $3. That made no sense. I mean, that is such a good card.
It
I
is.
mean, whatever format you're playing, like it's just. I mean, I guess unless you're playing heavy, like blue control,
Yeah.
like where you have a lot of counter spells, which, irrelevant for me. But if you're playing any kind of like just attacking, I mean, wow, what a crazy 2-drop.
Yeah, but that card belongs in like Gruul aggro or something like that, or Rakdos aggro.
For sure.
And that's the decks I've seen that it's fit well into. And man, it's been, because there's a lot of spiders now, and giving Riot to those spiders and not being able to do anything about it for your opponents not being able to do anything about it. Pretty cool.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
Yeah, but another thing I wanted to briefly touch on Spider-Man related, and then we can move past it, because spoiler alert, Wizards already has. We'll talk about that in a minute. I did get in on the Secret Lair. I was able to get everything I wanted. I got the lands. I got the heroic one, which has like the Spidey belt as the soul ring, and the tower, command tower. I was able to get that one. It's got 3 visits as well, which has a really cool printing of Gwen, Miles, and Peter. Such a cool looking card. And then I got the one we talked about in the last pod that I actually thought was pretty good value, was the one with Damnation in it, the Venom pack. I ended up getting the foil regular version of that instead of the inked. When I looked into it, I was like, the inked is such a cool idea, but the art just pops so much better with the color. So, yeah, I was able to get those. Yeah. Those should ship out Monday, so that's pretty awesome. Be interesting to see what the bonus cards are for all 3 of those.
Yeah, man, that's so cool. That pack with Damnation was pretty good.
Yeah, that was valuable.
Pretty
I think that was valuable for sure. The other 2 I just wanted because I'm a Spider-Man nerd. So
fair, totally fair.
And I think those lands, like, because they are raised foil lands, I think they're only going to go up like massively in price over time. So
I could see it.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, even the pack that you got with Damnation, like, yeah, Damnation's a $20 card, but with the Spidey art, I could easily see that holding at like 30 or so, and that basically pays for, most of that in and of itself.
Yeah, you get a couple other really good cards in that too, like Dark Ritual and yeah. So just a lot of valuable black cards, which I'll definitely need for my Gwenom deck whenever I build that. Yeah, like I said, that's the last thing I'll talk about with Spider-Man. I'll talk more about it next week's pod whenever I crack open all those packs. So stay tuned for that video too, because that will be out as soon as I can. So cracking them Monday, be putting out that video probably sometime Tuesday. and then I'll do an opening for my secret layers as well. So those videos will be coming out.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Well, next pod, I'm excited to hear about the goodies you get. That'd
Yeah,
be cool.
for sure. So anyway, since we're moving past Spider-Man, like I said, Wizards already has just we already have spoilers for Lorwyn Eclipsed. Brother. It's just too much.
Yeah. And let's also not forget, and we don't have to talk about this necessarily on this pod, but the potential revisiting Middle Earth
Yeah.
too. So there's a lot going on. I mean, Spider-Man hasn't even officially dropped.
I know.
And we still got Avatar, we got Lorwyn now, might revisit Middle Earth. The cardboard is printing fast.
I think they're
printing fast.
definitely, like, I do want to talk a little bit about the Hobbit thing, because I think they're definitely gonna print that first. I think they want Lord of the Rings set in standard. I think they're like, in hindsight, like they may even reprint some of the older cards from the Lord of the Rings set in this set and do like just a Middle Earth set or something like that, where it's like got Hobbit stuff and some of the base Lord of the Rings stuff. What they should do, someone brought this up on TikTok, you know how they had the serialized One Ring, right? It was a 1 of 1. They should do the what is it, the 9 rings from the Hobbit. They should serialize 1 of 1s for all the 9 rings.
Are you thinking like the 9 rings from like the men, or what 9 rings?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Just 1 of
Even
1,
the
all the
dwarf
9
rings
rings
too.
Yeah, you could. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so much potential, man. And this would be like the set that I would probably be spending similar to what you're doing with Spider-Man. I mean,
Oh,
I still think about spending on like old set boosters for Lord of the Rings the first time.
Wifey is fully prepared for me to do
man.
the same for that as I am doing for Spider-Man, because I missed it the first time around. I wasn't really super into buying Magic back then. I was playing a little bit, but I really wasn't like into it like I am now. And I missed that boat, and it's like I want to experience that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. My kidney, one of them's going to be gone. Something's going to be gone to
Heck
get
yeah.
this money. However, I got to do it. Yeah.
Dude, you got 2 arms, 2 legs. You can get rid of those.
Got plenty to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good. But no, man, the Lorwyn Eclipse, like we only saw what I think like 5 cards that Dan had shared in the Discord.
Yeah.
And what the heck, man? Some of these are just bonkers. I mean, Bitter Bloom Bearer, which is just essentially Bitter Blossom on a body, which is insane because Bitter Blossom has consistently been like a $20 to $30 card for years now.
Yeah.
So just having an alternate option, being able to do that. Mutable Explorer, a 1/1 changeling that when it enters, create a tap Mutavault token. Which Mutavault is that 1 land, which, I mean, it's...
Yeah, Mutavault.
That's so cool.
You tap it to add 1 to your mana pool, 1 colorless, or you can pay 1. Mutavault becomes a 2/2 creature with all creature types until end of turn. It's still a land. So Mutavault's great because it gives you triggers for tribal decks, ETBs and such. Yeah.
Yeah, you find a way to just keep blinking Mutable Explorer, get out a whole bunch of these tokens. I mean, late game, you got a nice little, shapeshifter army that you can just run people over. Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool.
And then the flip card, which is kind of a reprint of old Lorwyn cards, Sig Wonderbind Shield that flips into Sig Wonderwine Wisdom. And, before there was Sig River Guide and Sig River Cutthroat, which are kind of the same as these, but it's on the same card that's got a flip ability. This one's really cool. Be a really cool commander. So, especially for Merfolk Tribal, man. So, it's a legendary creature. So, Sig can't be blocked. Whenever this creature enters or transforms into Sig Wonderwine Wisdom, target creature gains. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, or Planeswalker, draw a card until end of turn. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay white. If you do, transform Sig. And then the other one is Sig can't be blocked. Whenever this creature transforms into Sig, Wonderbind Shield, target creature you control gains protection from the color from each color until your next turn. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay blue. If you do, transform Sig. So, wow, just crazy, crazy good.
Wow. Yeah. And I don't know that I've seen that before where you could transform, but then transform back. Maybe that's been a thing before, but I've not frequently seen that if it is.
I mean, they had stuff with like day and night with werewolves, where if it becomes day, you transfer.
Yeah, Innistrad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that.
But something like this where you're just like paying
do it at
mana just
will
to
at
transform.
your upkeep.
Yeah.
Or main phase, actually.
And if you had this as your commander, technically it'd be blue and white.
Yeah.
Which would be pretty cool for Merfolk being able to have white in the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
The thing I'll say about these spoilers that I love the most is the art. Oh my god, the whimsical art on all these cards. That's too good. Too good. I'll buy packs just for the art, honest to God.
100%. And it's kind of cool because, we've been talking about how we've got so many universes beyond sets going on now. And I think you and I are both kind of in the same place where we were initially very hesitant, but I think we both have kind of acknowledged this is just what it is. So you can, sit there and complain, or you can just jump on the train and enjoy the ride. And I think we're trying to enjoy the ride. Yeah. But there's something about seeing like this kind of art that just brings you back to like the traditional Magic feel of like the lore and like just the art, and I don't know.
And maybe this is just mastermind creation and marketing, because it feels like such a breath of fresh air to see that art. And like when we're getting set after set that's the same, you kind of get used to it and numb to it. But now that we're going back to the old school Magic style with the art and such, you just have a new appreciation for it. I feel like.
Yeah, I think so. It's pretty cool to see. I mean, it's obviously it's insane that they just keep pumping out more and more content.
They need to slow down. They need to take a breath.
Yeah.
Like this is getting out of hand.
There's going to be a breaking point at some point. I don't know what's going to be the ultimate cause, but there's going to be some kind of breaking point where I feel like eventually, and I don't know if it's just going to be people just run out of money to keep buying this stuff, or just
in this economy, brother.
Yeah, I mean, if civilization continues to survive for another year, I don't know, but yeah, I mean, it's just eventually there's got to be something that's going to give, because there's no way it's not sustainable.
No, it's not.
Like you've built up this brand equity of people consistently forking out money for you at like set times per year, and now you're almost like triple and quadrupling that content. It's like the money's gonna run out. We're not Bezos. We don't got money to just keep throwing at cardboard like that. I mean, maybe some people do, but
right. And you throw in the secret layers and everything else. I mean, it's out of hand. It's out of hand.
Yeah.
But thought it was
pretty cool set.
Yeah,
I think the art's amazing, and
thought it was worth mentioning for sure.
100%.
The art and that that flip card just too good, honestly.
So cool. Yeah, we got to get Ian that for Christmas or something.
For sure, dude. Him and his Merfolk. All right, let's talk a little deck tech. What do you say?
Let's do it.
You had a fun question.
So just trying to think of different deck tech options or topics to talk about, just for every episode. And, so what is and I think, let's ignore Soul Ring for a second, because obviously Soul Ring is a crazy busted card that everybody loves getting. But if you had to choose a mana rock other than Soul Ring, what would be your favorite mana rock? Something that you draw and you're just like, oof, every time you get it.
Yeah, so this one's an easy one for me. I'm just going to name all the talismans. I mean, I'm not going to go through and name all of them, but the line of Talisman of Conviction, Talisman of Creativity, so on and so forth, the dual ones where it's 2 mana, you tap it to add a colorless, or you could tap it to add a blue or red or whatever the two color combinations are. There's one for each of the color combinations. This artifact deals 1 damage to you. So I love the versatility of this so much. I love that it triggers artifacts, stuff. I love that I could just get a colorless out of it if I don't want to pay the, late game, if I just don't need the blue or red or the fixing or whatever, I could just tap it for a colorless. But early game, it's great because I don't care to lose a life to fix my mana. Like, I'll do that every time. I think these are great stones. I think they are way better than the signets, like Boros and so on and so forth for each of those colors. I think the talismans are infinitely better than the signets because you don't have to pay mana to tap to add mana with these. You just pay life, and I'll always pay life to get bonuses. It's an easy trade off for me. So yeah, that's mine. How about you?
And I guess, I mean, they're probably like a pretty. I guess Arcane Signet is probably technically better than the
Sure.
talismans, just being like 2. But since you can only have one of those,
Right, and you can run
getting
multiple of
these other
these in your
talismans,
colors. Right, exactly.
right? Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's so cool. I think for me, I don't know. This might be kind of boring, but I really like Chromatic Lantern.
Yeah, it's a great
I've
card.
got it in a couple of my decks. I saw some like threads on Reddit where people were kind of on it as like, oh, that's just playing Magic on easy mode. But I don't know. I mean, I don't really agree with that at all. Being able to just like, especially if you're playing as someone who plays a 5-color deck, having Chromatic Lantern is such a huge lifesaver. I mean, not having to worry about do I have the right lands in this 5-color deck is huge,
Yeah,
and it can tap itself for 1 mana of any color. Super cool. Love the artwork too. It's just one of those cards that always comes in the clutch. I feel like anytime I need it.
it's a great card, man. Great card.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
So similar vein,
yeah. Go ahead.
to that, we're talking about tapping things for mana. Do you have a mana dork?
I don't typically run a lot of mana dorks. It just doesn't really fit into my play style very much. But there is one that I like because of its versatility, and there are multiples of these too, but I won't go through it. This one I just play in Omnith, so I figured I would give it a shout out, and that is Tangled Florahedron. It is a 2 mana tap to add a green 1/1. Sounds bad, right? Well, on the flip side, it's a flipped card. You could play it as a land. It enters tapped, but say you don't need a dork and you just need some mana. Yeah, it enters tapped, but the flexibility is just really cool. Being able to have a body or a land. I like it.
Yeah,
Like it a lot.
that is cool. Dang. I don't think I've even ever seen that card before. That is pretty cool. Elemental too. Shout out to the elementals.
Shouts out.
Nice. Oh man, if I probably would have to go with Fabro Elder.
Mm.
Just sticking again with like experiences with a 5-color deck. I love me a Bloom Tender, don't get me wrong, but paying 1 extra mana for Fabro Elder in a 5-color deck is 1,000,000% worth it. Vigilance, it gets +1/+1 for each color among permanents you control, and then you can tap it to add 1 mana of each color among permanents you control. So, you get a 5-color commander out there. This thing becomes a 5/5 with Vigilance,
Shoo.
which in a lot of, early mid games, that's enough to swing with it. And then main phase 2, tap it for that 5 mana, do
Yeah.
something else with it. Kind of cool.
Yeah. It's that card, man. It can definitely be dangerous if left alone. I also want to give a special shout out to my boy Lawnmower Elves. Landwar Elves. Landwar Elves has been around forever. It's never bad. It's always good. It's a staple in standard literally today. I play a mono green Tifa traveling chocobo deck and standard, and Land War Elves is always useful in that deck. So getting out Tifa
Heck
on
yeah.
turn 2 and being able to buffer up after that. Why not?
How do you like playing with Tifa in standard?
She's busted.
Pretty cool.
She's busted.
Yeah.
There's so many. There's this enchantment. I forget the name of it. Something Nyx or something like that. Whenever you attack with it, if it has more than two, you put a counter on the creature that's attacking. It's an enchantment, an aura, and it has more than 2. Then or 3, I think. You sacrifice it and then search your library for 2 basic land cards. They enter the battlefield tapped. So you get counters on Tifa, and then you get to double twice, and Bristly Bill is usually on the battlefield, so you get to put more counters and double that. And then a lot of times you have like a Fabled Passage or something, so you can sack that, and you just swing and win. And then you play Snakeskin Vels in that deck, and if people try to target her, you just give her hexproof, and then sorry, you lose.
Right.
She's a nuke, man. She's a nuke.
Heck yeah.
And Traveling Chocobo
she's so cool.
in that deck is so good too, because just playing lands from the top of your deck, just so good.
Yeah. Traveling Chocobo, insane. Need to get that for my Tifa.
Prices will never come down. Never ever.
But that's why we have birthday presents. So
what are you trying to say,
if you're
Will?
listening.
Yeah.
I'm saying that if Molly's listening right now, you know what you gotta do. You gotta give me that Traveling Chocobo.
Oh, it's such a great, insane card. And I really want a Bristly Bill for Omnith. That card's insane. It's also bonkers price though. It's like, I think let me check. Last I checked, it was like $50. Check Skyfall real quick.
Yeah, median of 46.69.
Nice. Oof. Yep. Crazy. Yeah. Imagine playing Paper Standard, brother. Like, the cost of decks just thousands of dollars now.
I would probably be homeless.
Yeah. I used to play Standard.
I have a good deck, but I'd be homeless.
used to religiously play Standard back in the day. That's what I primarily played, but the best decks were like maybe $400 back then. That was like tops. And that was rare back then. Usually people played decks that were like 30 to $50. So, but yeah, we talked about a lot tonight. Is there anything else you want to briefly talk about before we say our goodbyes?
Playing a game against someone that has Phage the Untouchable. Don't try and steal Phage. Don't do it.
Well,
read the card.
You got to make sure where Phage is. Make sure Phage doesn't go into exile, because Phage states that if it enters anywhere other than from your hand, you lose the game.
So if you're thinking about playing Sothera the Super Void because you're just really excited and you think it's going to be great to steal Phage, it's not. You're going to lose, and then you're just going to look like an idiot, and everyone's just going to be judging you for the rest of the night.
Sound advice. Also, remember not to miss triggers on your creatures, because especially if you have angels that prevent you from losing the game when they die. Remember that, please.
Yeah. We were both just so excited at like, Super State. Oh, man.
I was so happy for you get to play Super State. I was like, yeah, you win. That's awesome. And I was like, wait. I'd already
no, I could have won.
I should have won. Oh, no.
It should have been me.
Oh, yeah. So fun, man.
Oh, man.
I'm excited to see what our interactions tomorrow, what happens with that. Apparently, Dan's bringing in a meme like derpy deck, so I'm excited to see what that's all about.
Yeah, me too. That'll be pretty cool. And then Sam with his whatever democracy Tivit,
yeah.
with vote. That'll be interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, I can't wait. It's gonna be good to tap some lands, that's for sure.
absolutely. All right. Well, I
All
think
right, man.
that's all that we have for tonight. We should be back again next week. There's nothing hampering me now, so should be good to go. So yeah, thanks for stopping by, guys, and we'll check out the rest of the unboxing videos when I put those up. And bye, bye.